So I just wanted to go ahead and show off this really cool Hulkbuster mod that I've gone ahead and done to the 2022 Hulkbuster, right? I mean, there's a whole bunch of different modifications I've actually done to the 2022 Hulkbuster. But this most recent one, I just love the most, right? Just because I don't think anyone else on YouTube has done this, right? But first off, I mean, there's leg articulation, which is something that the original 2022 Hulkbuster doesn't have. There's torso articulation, which again, the 2022 Hulkbuster doesn't have. And that's kind of stuff that has already been on YouTube, right? So this is that's it's already been done, right? I've done this by using the 2011 Hulkbuster and added some of its parts to here, mixed the two together, right? There's a couple other things here. So I've actually modified the hand a bit so that I can actually grip things better. So now it has this piece here, and this is the same on both of these hands here. Again, it has that piece there. So like take, for example, if I wanted to add literally anything that has a bar piece to it, I can do that. I can just go ahead and put that there, and then bam, now that hand is going to actually grip onto that, which I think is really cool. But there's another thing about this, right, and that I really hated, right, ever since I modified this to it. Which this here is, I believe it's to the 2011 Hulkbuster, but it's like this thing that, can shoot some stuff to it, right? And I don't think this is on the actual Hulkbuster, but I just really like it. I don't know why people didn't like stud shooters. I actually really like stud shooters. They're really cool. But whenever you would go ahead and pose it, even with all the leg and arm articulation, the one problem with it is that the face was not able to move, right? And so, as you may assume, I have actually done some modifications to the face. And so now the face is able to turn, right? And so how is this done, right? And also, by the way, it's the same functionality of it being able to flip out is actually still there, right? So that's also there, right? But if we take a look on the back here, we can see that some stuff has been swapped out. Um, and basically, if I go ahead and well, I'll just go ahead and remove this, bam, just like that, right? And so what's going on here is that it's being attached to a 4x4 circle piece. There's a bracket piece there that is keeping the this piece together, because I mean, if we were to keep it onto the 4x4 piece just as is, it would actually slide around and it wouldn't technically be attached to the Hulkbuster, right? So that would cause problems. So then on the back here, it has a, what's it called? Plate? Tile. No, tile. That's what it's called. Tile to hide the studs there. And then it has some bar holder pieces, right? And then right here, we have everything is basically attached to there. We have a Nexo Knight shield piece because it has rounded off edges, and that makes it so that if we go ahead and turn this thing here, it doesn't get caught on anything. And then this is two circle pieces, and one of those circle pieces has just a normal stud in the middle, right? And again, that makes it so they can turn without getting caught, right? So it's perfect turning, all that. And that's kind of it. You just put that on there, and then now it can go ahead and turn. The one unfortunate thing about this, though, is that you can't put a minifigure in there. Not anymore. There's too much space, right? And that's it's unfortunate, but hey, that's okay. Because I mean, while the head is closed, we don't need a minifigure in there. The one other cool thing about this, though, is that the 2022 Hulkbuster, one of the problems with it is that you could kind of see inside of the Hulkbuster. But with this, it's a lot less of the case because there's a now a two by two, not a two by two, 4x4 piece, a round piece that's right there, so it's much more difficult to see in there. And in the back, I really wish there, like I think that there has to be like some kind of a red, dark red bar piece, whatever this thing is. Um, but I mean, I don't know where one is, but I think that it exists, right? But that's the only piece right now that's black. I would also settle for dark gray, but I really wish that was like red. It would make things a lot easier. Um, and in my view, everything kind of just works, right? Like it doesn't look that out of place, and that's what's honestly really cool about it. I really like that. Um, I also have the 2011 Hulkbuster piece. Just like I have like actually a bunch of replacement parts. That way, if I wanted to like make like a stop motion scene where say like it's fighting some kind of a monster or something, and it like loses its arm or something, you can go ahead and now replace the arm, be like, oh, Veronica, give me a hand or something like that, right? I fucking love that scene. God, it's so good. um the only thing I wish it would be like, oh, maybe we could add like some better uh what's it called, this the elbow articulation. um, but I mean, hey, it's it's okay. It's the articulation is all right. I don't mind it. Um, you may also notice, by the way, I added a pauldron right here. Um, and yeah, but that's kind of it. I believe there probably is a couple more edits, but that's the main ones that I have on here. And again, I just wanted to show off this really really cool um, way to make it so that the head can articulate. And I'm definitely, one thing I would like to do is try to make like some kind of a stop motion thing. Because it would be really fun to do this. I think I would make this with like maybe Gargantos or something like that. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of it. If you want to put in a minifigure, you basically just detach it, and then reattach like another headpiece, and then put the minifigure in, right? Or I guess technically you could just leave this open and then have the minifigure there. But yeah, that's kind of it. The only thing that way that this really could be improved is that if everything here was dark red, um, and then if this was dark red too. So yeah, have a great day, everyone.